I met a gypsy.
The 250 class is a hard one because like there really is clearly better bikes sometimes.
No, there is.
You know, and it's in a 450, it's kind of, it seems like it's more, you've got to have the right team that can like want to take your feedback. I know like, well, I can assume that when you were on Suzuki with Ricky, the direction you wanted to go with the bike, they were like,
yeah, of course. I
cool,
mean,
cool, bro. Yeah, we did it for you. Yeah, all those, everything we said.
You
Yeah,
see what it just won right there.
yeah. How about you ride the bike that just beat you by a minute?
And I would say it wasn't completely like that. They still would test and try to make me happy, but yeah, for sure. It's still like that. It's gonna always be that way.
Well, you've got like a certain amount of resources.
Yeah,
you know, as a team, and it's.
But I think the teams that aren't like that are more successful across the board. All their because when you do it like that, yeah, that guy's gonna be happy. Maybe one of the other guys might be, but right?
Yeah. Well, and I also don't think it's like that hard. I mean, this might sound stupid, but it's like I don't think it's that hard to get a good setup bike, especially in like this day and age. It's like it really just feels like it's time and good communication. It's not like some crazy fancy parts are the thing that's
no, it is just time and
the right guy working with the right guy, making the right change and putting in enough time. It seems like that's probably more the answer.
But I think sometimes in that process, some egos get involved to where I want my idea to be on the bike, or you know, and that's just which sucks, right? And just holds back the team when it's like that.
Oh man, for sure. And I'm sure you rode bikes in your career that maybe even the end of your career where it's like that. This is awesome. You know, I'm probably a bit past my prime, but I have the freedom to make the bike how I want to make it. You know.
Well, I'll give you an example. When I rode for Honda, factory Honda, that 08 bike was a great bike, right? But I had no idea. I never rode a stock Honda 08 bike. It was straight on the team, straight onto a works bike, which already had the works frame. I think that was probably, I don't know what year that model came out, 04, 05. So it was probably like the third year on that model. So they're pretty far along with their development with the guys they had prior. So I didn't get to go through that process on the bike. I ended up getting hurt, I think the fourth round. So I broke my wrist. So when I came back from injury, they sent me a stock bike with a pipe and revalve suspension. Like, here, start riding this. And then once your wrist is okay, we'll send you your works bike. And I was at Ricky's at the time. So I started riding. I was riding with BT, and he had his works bike. I had my stock bike. And I think I was beating him, I'll be honest. Like, was better than him. And I remember thinking in my head, wait till I get my works bike. I'm going to be blowing everybody's doors off. My works bike finally shows up. It goes the other way. I'm slower. I hate this thing. So I tried to like figure that out. Okay, why don't I like it? It was the frame. You know, they were reinforcing the frame and making it more rigid. And so I went into Kehoe's office like, hey, I want to try to race more of a stock, or at least let's go through the process of trying to figure it out. They wouldn't do it, you know. And I'm like, I could win on this, you know, like just give me what I want. And they wouldn't do it. You trip me out.
Isn't that insane?
And I even put it on myself at one point, like, dude, just put it all on me. You know, I want to win.
Yeah.
I want to be comfortable.
I just wouldn't have a bar of it. That blows my mind. Like, I had a very similar conversation with Coop. So I don't know for sure, but basically that last kind of outdoors that he did with KTM, he had like a bit of time off. He went home and he was riding just like 350 EXCs and shit. And he's like, this is fucking insane.
Right?
Like, this is so good. This is like a 350 trail bike. And then, so I think they were doing some kind of bracing on the frame back then as well. And he's like, I just want a stock frame. Like, can I just race a stock frame? They wouldn't let him. So then I think he bought one. And
I remember hearing this.
Yeah, they fully just like, they did it. I think it was kind of the nail in the coffin for his relationship with KTM.
Yeah.
But he just did it, you know? And like, no one starts riding a stock bike. And that seems crazy to me.
And I know that's how we did the last PC model. What was that, 21? It came out, Cowie came out with their new 250. That's how we approached it. We started from stock, bone stock. You know, what is this thing? You know, and I think that's the best approach. When you start throwing everything at it that worked on the previous model, or, oh, we used to do this, let's, you know, like you have to go through that process, or else you'll be in left field, or can get in left field.
Yeah, and I think even just as a pro dude to get out and just like ride the stock motorcycle, like just get to know the thing, you know, and a stock bike changes like 10 hours. It's a completely different motorcycle. You know, you put a couple days riding on it and you've like really bed the thing in, and you can feel like, oh, okay, I would like this out of this. And then it's just like one thing at a time, you know? And that whole Eric Kehoe conversation, it's like, hey dude, like, let me just say I'm basically riding a stock motorcycle. Like, this thing is so fucking good.
Yeah.
I don't need all of the fruit.
Blows me away that it's like that. I don't know. I'm sure it's still like that in places, you know, and I'm not sure what drives that.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder. It's probably something just to do with like the justification of like your job.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, like you think that if you're a big time team manager and you're getting paid all this money, and then you've got suspension guys and you've got motor guys, you've got all these guys that kind of like depend on that motorcycle.
You got 3 years of development, and this guy's saying he wants to ride the stock one. Like, yeah.
It's probably just like not the right look on the personnel or the team, you know.
Because then I went the following year. I didn't even know if I was going to race, because that was when the recession hit and there was no money in the sport. My deal ran out and with Honda, and I signed with that Valley Yamaha team, the privateer team. No, I didn't sign that deal until I think it was almost December. You know, I went through that because I did designations in Italy, October I think it was. I went all the way till December, like not knowing what I was going to do. I didn't ride a dirt bike. That ended up being one of the funnest years though. Like, it's me and Frankie. I took my mechanic Frankie from Honda. You know, he went over there with me, and dude, we had a great time.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.